Hi and welcome, John Morris Show, a bonus John Morris Show on this Wednesday. We are not in the studio. We are at the Brazos Landing. Told you earlier today we'd be here for a live show today, and glad to be here. And look who's with us, Miss Becky Lindsay. Thank you for hosting us here today. And I got to say, I built this up really big, not the fact that we're here for the show, but the fact that $12 lunch menu and everything that goes along with it, we just want people to come and sample it for themselves.
Absolutely. It's best in town.
It is the best in town. And thank you for having us here. How are things?
Nice to have you, John.
Yes, ma'am. Here it's spring, April 15th. When I say that, what comes to mind?
D-Day, income tax.
Right, income
Lots
tax
of money.
day. Exactly. So April 15th, I think people may put it in the mail slot and say, let's go celebrate. Let's go to the Brazos Landing to celebrate. How about that?
I hope so, because we got a couple new things today.
Oh, today.
Uh-huh.
All right, tell us, could it be baby back ribs?
It's baby back, get back, baby back.
Are you going to sing?
It is. Full stack of ribs or half stack of ribs with slaw and macaroni and cheese, our famous macaroni and cheese.
Ooh, all right.
Yep. And then we have a 12-ounce chopped sirloin steak, not ground meat, but chopped sirloin that's starting today, too.
Wow.
Yeah, so we're kind of excited.
So y'all just continue to evolve in the menu, add things?
You know, we get bored, and we think everybody else gets bored, maybe.
Right.
So we kind of change stuff around.
Yeah.
That's what we do about every 6 months, and we take off stuff. But here's the deal. I always tell people, if you've got something you're crazy about, when you come here, we'll make it for you.
Oh, really?
Sure. Even if it's off the menu, people will say, oh, no, I came for so-and-so. That's fine. We'll make it for you.
Oh, that's so good. Yeah. Well, you know, shrimp and grits is always my go-to, which is good. That's not off the menu yet, is it? Tell me if it's ever going off the menu. But even if it did, there's so many other great options here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so good.
Absolutely.
And the $12 lunch menu, again, is got to be a real draw.
It is a real draw. And we try... I want to tell everybody that we try really hard. We kind of analyze you when you come in. If you look like a business person, we try to get you in and get you out.
Okay.
So, because that's real important.
Yeah,
you know, you don't want to spend an hour and a half here. So,
some people do.
Yeah.
Like when our group comes, we're not limited to an hour usually.
Take over. Yeah, no, it's okay.
but some folks, that's good that you recognize that and think folks may be on a schedule and maybe it needs to be in and out in an hour, and it's no problem making that happen.
Right.
Good.
And I appreciate you advertising the porch. It's almost we're there, but we're not quite there.
All right. Last time we were here, you were just sort of starting to tease that. Right. Tell everybody where things stand now with the porch.
Well, some of my fabric didn't come in. You know, it came from China or wherever. I don't know. So I still have a couple of pieces, but we're eating out there. In fact, last night it was filled.
Well, really?
And I had like 12 Baylor students, and we fed the turtles, and we had so much fun. And then a couple of couples, if I told you who they were, in town, they were out there.
Okay.
It's really a fun place.
Yeah.
It's nice.
And you've got, I mean, you already had a couple of really good options indoors, tablecloth, outside, a little more casual. And now the porch just sort of complements those, doesn't it?
Right. It's very nice.
Is it women only? Is it ladies only out there?
No. I said that at first.
I know you did.
I was kidding.
Okay.
No. Everyone's welcome out there.
Okay. And it's a great location. I mean, the porch is out looking right. It's outside looking right out toward Foster Pavilion, toward the river. And you got a bunch of flowers out there. So
they're still alive. I haven't even looked at them. If I look at them, they'll be gone. So I haven't looked at them.
It is coming together. Are there menu items that sort of go with the porch?
Not yet.
Okay.
There will be.
Okay.
There will be.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
And then I want to remind everybody that Mother's Day's coming up. Got a couple of specials. I'm not sure quite yet. And then if you are a Baylor graduate parent and you want to eat here, you better call quick.
Right.
We are filling up.
I was going to bring that up because it may seem early, but it's not really to make reservations.
No, it's really not. And so we're going to be to capacity that day, which is great.
Yeah.
And we do the largest parties in town, and I think we do a pretty good job. So, call.
All right, very good. 254-753-2778 is the number for reservations. On the web, thebrazoslanding.com. Something going on with your website today? Not that you know.
See anything?
I looked this morning, and I'm sure it was pilot error. But thebrazoslanding.com is the website. But phone number 254-753-2778
The Brazos Landing, Waco.
Oh, there it is. All right. Thank you for that. Thebrazoslandingwaco.com is
Just
the website.
Just a small minor change there. Okay.
That's good to know. But you can look at the menu there. You could make reservations on the web also, couldn't you?
Correct.
And Baylor graduation, you always fill up that whole weekend. Mother's Day, probably the same thing. So, folks, you can get in early and make those reservations now.
Be great.
Love it. Love it.
Thanks for having all the interesting things we're telling here today, John.
Well, we got a lot coming up. You want to talk some Baylor football today? We're going to do that.
Yeah,
all right,
Baylor
we'll check
football.
in on spring practice with Jake Spavital, the offensive coordinator, with Joe Klanderman, the defensive coordinator, and then the cherry on top, Nick Florence is going to be here today. So,
one of my buddies.
How about that? I know that. Well, thank you for the hospitality. We greatly appreciate it, and we appreciate the partnership between the Brazos Landing and our little show. And, you know, when we get our guys together, our group together, this is the go-to place. So we love coming
that
here.
That makes me feel good.
Yeah, we love coming here. Thank you very much to you and Claude. All right, Becky Lindsay with us, the Brazos Landing. The website, we've just learned, is thebrazoslandingwaco.com. Phone number stays the same, 254-753-2778. There's Jerry Hill. He's not going to miss a big event like
won't
this.
Miss it. Come on, Jerry.
I actually offered him lunch, so I knew he'd show up. So Jerry's here, and Coach Spavital is here. We're going to visit with him coming up after a break. We are live at the Brazos Landing. You know where we are. We're I-35 and the Brazos River meet. Great location right across the river from Foster Pavilion, right across the interstate from McLean Stadium. And new items just added to the menu today. Did you do that just for us today?
I did.
Okay.
I did.
Baby back ribs and chopped sirloin available on the menu as of today, in addition to all the other great offerings here at the Brazos Landing. Take a break. We'll check in on Baylor spring football practice. Look at the offensive side with Jake Spavital when we come back. John Morris Show live from the Brazos Landing on this Wednesday over the noon hour, and we'll be right back.
Hey, it's Zach Gelb. We're talking NFL and college football. Plus, we have some of the biggest interviews in sports media. You got to check out the Zach Gelb Show right here on 365 Sports, weekdays, 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 to 3 p.m. Central. And make sure you subscribe to my channel, youtube.com/@ZachGelbShow.
Morrison's Gifts, Waco's oldest family-owned gift store, wants to ask a question to the guys out there. Don't you just love gift giving? Does John Hart, Consuela, or Jellycats mean anything to you? If not, at Morrison's, we have your answers and your back. For 47 years, we have guided men and you ladies through the trauma of selecting the right gift for the right person. Come and see us at 4312 West Waco Drive in the Brazos Square Center, close to Jason's Deli. That's Morrison's Gifts, owned by a proud Baylor Bear.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
We're celebrating the Declaration of Deals at Allen Samuels in Waco. Right now, get $11,000 off a new Ram 1500 Lone Star, plus 2.9% for 72 months. Cash in on $11,000 off a new Ram 2500 Lone Star Crew Cab, or choose 0% for 36 months, plus no payments for 90 days. Feel secure with America's best full-size truck powertrain 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty at Allen Samuels.
Come by, let's be friends. Are you looking for top-shelf sports talk about the West Virginia Mountaineers, where you can get objective analysis, but with the passion of a fan? Well, look no further than right here at Couz's Corner. I am Justin Couz Walker, the host of Couz's Corner, and you can find my show on demand over at YouTube. Most shows are uploaded by 5 p.m. Eastern Time. You can also check out my live post-game reaction shows. My special guest interviews, you can find it all on YouTube at Couz's Corner. Go check it out.
Alliance Bank Central Texas understands that banking is about people, from first accounts to business growth. They actively partner with Central Texas businesses and families to help meet their financial goals. A variety of online products and services make banking easy without compromising the personalized banking experiences they are known for. Customer-focused banking isn't just what they do, it's who they are. Alliance Bank Central Texas, serving Central Texas across 7 convenient locations and at alliancebanktexas.com. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Welcome back, John Morris Show on this, the bonus show on a Wednesday afternoon over the noon hour. We are live at the Brazos Landing. Pleased to be joined by Jake Spavital, Baylor's offensive coordinator. Appreciate your time, busy time for you, and sorry to throw one more thing on your plate, but it'd be great to catch up with you. How would you say overall, offensive side of things, how has spring been for you so far?
Yeah, it's been great so far. You know, just with spring, like you forget that we're a brand new team.
Yeah.
Like you have really a brand new offensive line, a new quarterback. You know, there's some familiarity at some positions with like our running back room. You know, we have some more tight ends that are now like a part of our program, and also like the receiver position as well. We've had some like pretty good additions. So we've been doing really base with our install, just kind of doing day one type of stuff, just to see what they're capable of doing. And, you know, it's like I was talking to you a little bit earlier, it's just you're throwing all sorts of run schemes at them. We're doing pin and pull and gap schemes and outside zone schemes and inside zone. And we're trying to figure out what they're good at. And, you know, are we going to be more of an athletic offensive line? Or are we going to be more of a power offensive line? But it's also, I'm a big choice route guy. I do a lot of choice routes, and it takes a lot. It's a tedious process. And like normally when you get new guys in, that's kind of a growing pain with like a lot of these kids because I give them so much freedom. And once they kind of understand how you just got to get open and find grass, it's really fun to watch that develop and hit. And we've been really just doing that and just working on our culture and getting to know these guys as best as we can.
Good. So obviously a learning process in the spring for the new guys and even the returning guys with changes. But for you as coaches, it's kind of a learning process there too, learning about who you have and what you have heading into the fall.
Yeah, and, you know, when you're looking at just like our personnel, you know, like it's just it used to be back in the day, like when you would be recruiting receivers, right? And like it'd be like, hey, I need a fast guy at X, and I can have a little gadget guy at H, and you know, my Y's got to be a powerful guy, my Z's got to be a bigger body type guy. Well, with the portal and everybody moving, you just try to get your hands on the best players you can get your hands on, right? And like, you know, last year I had Ashton Hawkins and Cole Wilson, and they're 2 5'8" receivers that are really fast, you know, and then you have Michael Trigg, who's 6'5", and Josh Cameron, who's 6'4". So you have these two like just extremes, and you know we kind of have that now. We have Lewis Brown at receiver, who's a very dynamic guy. He's taller, bigger, already familiar with the program. He was here last year and redshirted. But then you have Gavin Freeman, who's a tiny little 5'8" kid that came from Oklahoma State, who's you know just a little gadget guy. So you're trying to figure these guys out, and that's like the hardest part for us. But what you do is you just throw it all at them, and you see what like just comes out of it all. And you know, but luckily with our coaching staff, like we've all been together. There's, you know, we all know the breaking points of every single play and what we're looking for, and so you really spend more time focusing on our personnel than really just kind of the scheme of everything.
I got you. Is that fun for you? Do you like mixing and meshing and making it the best that it can be?
Yeah, because I think every year it can be a new look of your offense, and I'm always looking for that. And the main thing too, as I believe good play callers put their kids in the best position of what they're capable of and what they're good at, and you rep it a lot where you know, they don't have to hesitate and they can play fast. So, that's really kind of like what we're focusing on, is just like how fast, like, can we get these guys to play where they're not thinking and getting open and what they're good at, and we can keep putting them in those positions. But it's a lot of up and down early, because
right.
You throw a play out there and you'd be like, all right, they can't do this. All right, we just need to scratch this one and move on to something else.
So you're a coach on the offensive side that you're willing to adapt to who you have and the strengths that you have. Are there any things that you're set in that, okay, we're going to do this, we're going to make this work? Are you completely adaptable to making it fit the best for your players?
It's probably a 50-50 type of deal. Like, I'm very adamant about our wide splits and making them defend, the every blade of grass on the field is like how we kind of explain it. But, just with the choice routes that we do and the freedom with the quarterbacks checking and that's always going to be who we are. But you look at DJ Lagway, and he's a big 6'5", 230-pound kid right now, and you can add a lot of short yardage type of runs with him. Like, the kid's very athletic, so like you're starting to add like a little bit quarterback run element into our offense this year, which is pretty fun to watch. Those are things that you're trying to build a little bit off of. But again, I love the choice routes. I love the freedom, and Baylor's very familiar with that. Been around for a long time. For these choice routes,
right.
And I just think that it's such a tough thing to defend if these kids just know how to get open. So I'm always going to be adamant with running that.
Good. Talk a little bit more about choice routes. How you got to have some structure there, but then how much freedom do those receivers have after that?
Yeah. So, normally, like, I'm going to have a choice route on each side of the field.
Okay.
Right, each side of the offensive line. And
one guy or more than one with
guy.
choice?
If you start doing two on one side, you start doing eight,
right.
Because their goal is to find the grass, that, like, whatever coverage. Now, right now, defenses are throwing so many different coverages at you. Like, majority of the time, we see a new coverage almost every play.
Wow.
All right, so you'll see man and cover 3 and cover 2 and quarters and 2-man and like all sorts of stuff where you just tell, well, like, all right, hey, you're the inside receiver and you have the choice route, and you're going to make your decision either at 5 yards, or you're like if we call this one, you're making your decision about like 10 to 12, or you're making your decision at 15, and you can shut it down, you can post it, you can keep it right up the seam, you can run a box fade. You can just give eyes and throttle if you're just open from the start. So there's a little bit of the learning curve of that. Sure. But once they understand, what the coverage is and the leverage is, these guys can typically find grass, and the ball can get out of the quarterback's hand a lot faster, so you're not giving up so many sacks. And we've been one of the top in the country over the last few years of just, like a low amount of sacks, because a lot of it's choice routes and you can get the ball out of your hand.
Nice. And that takes a quarterback that can react to what's going on when you don't really know what's going to happen when the ball is snapped.
Right.
You feel like you got that in DJ Lagway?
Yes. And DJ's, man, he's been phenomenal so far. Like, I love, working with him, like watching him do it. He's never done choice routes before. And just watching him, like, understand the timing and making sure that you're in position to throw, because these routes can hit, pretty quickly, or like it actually can be like where you have to hold on to it a little bit longer and then get through your progression if you need be. So, a lot of the times the new quarterbacks at choice routes, like, they want to hang on that route the entire time, and sometimes you got to move on to your next progression and get down. But and he's fun to just throw it at him. Like, he's wanting me to challenge him all the time. His arm strength is really good, so you can actually hit a lot of these field throws now. We were out there the other day, and he threw a whole shot to the field, which I haven't had a quarterback in a long time to be able to do that, which is just shows you, like, what type of arm strength that he has.
Yeah.
But he's played a lot of games. Like, you've seen him play, like, I think he started 20 games at Florida, roughly around there. So 20 games in the SEC. He's got a lot of experience. He's seen a lot of different style of play, too. So he's having fun out there. You can see the experience. You can see the arm strength. You can see the anticipation of him getting through progressions and checking it down to backs. So, like, I just got to keep challenging him and then see where we can evolve his game. And, very fortunate to work with him.
He's got a quick release also, doesn't he?
Very quick release.
Right. And the arm strength to go along with that. And what else? The run game with him. I mean, he's such a big guy. That kind of adds another element of what he can bring to the offense.
Yeah, and especially in the short yardage stuff, which I think is one of the hardest things to do, is when you get to those 4th and 1, 4th and 2. But with the element of the QB run, and the force that he has, because he's a massive kid, and he can move really fast as well. And we've been messing around with that, and there's been times where, he's had to get north and south, and he's like knocking over offensive linemen as he's trying to get the first down, and you forget how big he is,
right?
And I think that's going to be a great element, but it's also like he can extend plays and he can scramble well. And I've had a few that can do it. I had Will Greer, West Virginia, could do it. Johnny Manziel won a Heisman doing a lot of that, and he's kind of has that element to extend plays too. So we've been teaching scramble drill like crazy, because that's where some home run shots can happen. And DJ's got that capability, so it's going to be fun to watch him evolve.
I was going to ask you, who's he like with his combination? Big guy, can run, cannon for an arm, quick release. Who's he like that maybe you've been around?
Yeah, we've been Coach Holcomb and I, our quarterback coach with me, and we've been trying to think about this. I don't think I've coached a kid this talented. In terms of, I've been fortunate with guys like Kyler Murray and Johnny, but they're smaller, and they had a little bit of vision issues at times, so you had to spread it out a little bit more. Yeah. But then I've had Brandon Whedon and Davis Webb, that are big 6'4", 6'5", 6'6" guys, and with great arm strength. So it's kind of like you got a mixture of them all right now. And his release is really quick. There's a reason why he was a 5-star, coming out of high school, and he's got all the intangibles, and it's just a pleasure to work with him right now. But I couldn't really tell you who he's like really. Yeah,
he's his own guy.
He's just he's DJ Lagway.
That's great. And it seems like he's settled in well, and he likes Baylor. Is the feeling. We did a sit down with him, and it seems like he really likes being here. The legacy with his dad, who I saw at a practice last week. That's cool. It seems like it's fun for him and a good spot for him here at Baylor.
Yeah, he loves it. Very familiar with the place. And I believe in one of his interviews, he talked about he's living his childhood dream. He wanted to play here. You grow up wanting to be like your dad. Really cool seeing, Derek Sr. like running around at practice at times when he brings, recruits over, and then you also see Rodney Smith as well. So you're seeing these kind of great players that have passed with their sons that are here that are going to be really good players. And DJ's just a very humble kid. And just to be that high of a ranked quarterback coming out of high school, and the criticism that you get and the praise that you come along the way, he handles it great. You can tell that, his dad has been a very vocal part and training him on that, and he's just a phenomenal kid. And that's why I'm rooting for him to have a ton of success.
Yeah, great. Same here. Excited to have him here. Excited for the offense. Talk about your running backs. Where do things stand now in that running backs room?
Well, we have Dawson Pendergrass coming back,
which is great.
And we've been easing him into it, and he looks great out there as well.
Good.
And just trying to get him back acclimated and not putting too much pressure and stress on his injury. Even though he's fully healed, we're still being very cautious of everything that he's doing. But it's been a great opportunity for these other backs to get reps. You have Caden Knight, and then you got Mike Turner. Those guys, played significant amount of time last year, but there's still a lot of room for improvement. So we've been getting after them a lot, and and they've been accepting the challenge, and they've been doing some great things. But you also got Rylan Morrison, who's a highly recruited high school kid who starting to get acclimated to the speed. It's always kind of with running backs, you got to sit in there and take on a blitzing linebacker from depth, which isn't the most ideal thing for a guy in his first day of practice. But man, he's been doing great, and we've also got Ja'Cory Watson in that room now too a little bit. So fun watching that kind of group work. Coach Keenan Hall does a great job with them. But mainly it's great to see Dawson Pendergrass back out there on the grass.
Yeah, I kept seeing him on the scooter for the most part last year, and I would say to him every chance I got, man, we miss you out there. And it seemed like he did a good job keeping his head up. I know he wanted to be out there because he got hurt. He got hurt really early, didn't he? It was in fall camp.
About a weekend of fall camp.
Yeah. How much did you miss him? How much could you welcomed him out there last year?
Yeah, just the presence that he has.
Right.
But it's not just with the ability with the ball in his hand that everybody sees him making the big plays, making people miss. But just the pass protection and the route running, he's just an all-around running back. And I thought he was really hitting his stride. He was a freshman All-American before I got here, and he had a great year for me in 24. And we were expecting big things in 25, and unfortunately that injury occurred. But it moves on. He's handled it well. A lot of people don't handle injuries well, and he's been very optimistic about it. And And I think he's ready to get back into stride for this 26th season.
Good. And the line, there's a lot of new faces in there. You feel like everybody's coming together like you want them to there?
Yeah, that's probably the funnest one to watch because, like, you have the Siraki brothers back, which we know what they're capable of doing, and they're good players. Caden Siraki has played over 1,000 snaps in the Big 12, and he's getting better every single day. And Colton Siraki, Stump, he's played a lot. We're playing him at guard, and we're playing him at center, but we have all new faces from there. Like you have Logan Moore, you got Asher, Logan, you got Nate Kibble, you have Yak, you got all these guys up front.
Right.
And, are fun watching Cole Redd. These guys have all played at other levels, and we're moving them around like crazy. They're playing left tackle, left guard, center, right guard, right tackle. They just go right down the line, and we just move guys in and out because we're going to find the best 5 to put out there on the field that we're comfortable with.
Nice. All right, final question. 10 practices in the spring. You got 5 more left. Got a practice tomorrow, I think, and then a pretty good scrimmage on Saturday. And do you feel like you're where you want to be right now, or what would you like to still see happen over those next 5 practices?
Yeah, I think with the install, like we're where we want to be. Like we can get into any formation that you want, like from empty to unbalanced, and there's no questions or hesitation about it. This Saturday, like we only moved the ball about 3 times, spring in 15 practices, and I want to see the tempo.
Okay.
I want to see him play, and because we're always scripting and we're always being very stationary, which is a really good thing for offense and defense. But I think our biggest weapon is when the tempo that we play with, and that's something that I want to see them just kind of like buy into and just understand that we can dictate the pace of play. So just play as fast as you can and make it an exciting style of football. And the first time we moved it, like they were so out of gas and they're just dead tired, which normally happens. But they also know that the defense can base down and they can't do as much exotic pressures or twists or stunts of all the time. So that's something that I want to see moving forward, is really just focusing on the tempo that we play with.
Gotcha. Well, so great to visit with you. I appreciate your time. Thank you very much. Get a little sample the menu here at the Brazos Landing while you're here. And I know you got to go back to work, but thank you very much.
Appreciate it, Jake.
All right, Jake Spavital is with us, Baylor's offensive coordinator. Great to get his thoughts as Baylor works through spring practice and the spring finale. Not a game, but the spring finale is Saturday week, the 25th. Sort of an open practice and give folks a look at DJ Lagway and everybody there, right? But not a game. Don't come expecting a game on that day, right?
Yeah, you'll see a bunch of one-on-ones,
okay,
and some 7-on-7 type stuff.
Okay.
But, today's time, you have to eliminate the impact right there and just make sure that we get everybody healthy to the fall.
Absolutely. Amen to that. Thanks again for your time.
I appreciate
Jake Spavital with us. We appreciate him. Let's take a break. When we come back, let's look at the other side. That is the defense. And Joe Klanderman will join us here live from the Brazos Landing. We'll have that when we come back. Stay with us. Bonus John Morris Show live from the Brazos Landing on this Wednesday over the noon hour. And we'll be right back after this.
We're celebrating the Declaration of Deals at Allen Samuels in Waco. Right now, get $11,000 off a new Ram 1500 Lone Star, plus 2.9% for 72 months. Cash in on $11,000 off a new Ram 2500 Lone Star Crew Cab, or choose 0% for 36 months, plus no payments for 90 days. Feel secure with America's best full-size truck powertrain 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty at Allen Samuels.
Come by, let's be friends.
The Pete Souza Show, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. You want to talk NFL draft? I don't know. How about we get you Todd McShay? You want to talk Big 12? We can get you the commissioner. Somebody about the Cowboys? How about we have on the owner, Stephen Jones? Pop culture? Michelle Beadle. I mean, we will bring on the people that you want to hear from. And these people don't join us because of me. They join us because of you. You got to watch this show, okay? It's got everything you need. Sports, hijinks, laughs. Did I mention hijinks? We'll see you on the Pete Souza Show. Now, we are under the 365 Sports umbrella. Check it out. I'm wearing a Tulane shirt. No idea why.
It's the Pete Souza Show. Sports.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
Looking for football talk without the fluff? It's Down and Dirty with Scott Mitchell, a former NFL quarterback breaking down the game from the inside, plus real conversations about sports, leadership, life, and everything in between. No hot takes for clicks, just honest analysis, strong opinions, and stories you won't hear anywhere else. Football talk and more, the way it's supposed to be. Subscribe now to Down and Dirty with Scott Mitchell on YouTube.
Alliance Bank Central Texas understands that banking is about people. From first accounts to business growth, they actively partner with Central Texas businesses and families to help meet their financial goals. A variety of online products and services make banking easy without compromising the personalized banking experiences they are known for. Customer-focused banking isn't just what they do, it's who they are. Alliance Bank Central Texas, serving Central Texas across 7 convenient locations and at alliancebanktexas.com. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Welcome back. Glad you're with us. John Morris Show. We are live at the Brazos Landing on this Wednesday afternoon. We talk the offense with Jake Spavital. Let's talk defense. Baylor's new defensive coordinator, Joe Klanderman, is with us. I say new. We can drop the new. I mean, you've been here. Yeah. You're settled. You got your family here and everything. So, yeah, exactly. Know your way around Waco. Know your way to the Brazos Landing. So that's a good thing. Yeah, all right, good. You're going to like this place. But thanks for your time. I know you're busy in the middle of spring drills, and for you on the defensive side, we were saying there's a lot of new, a lot of getting to know everybody with you, calling the plays on defense, a couple of new assistants on your side, and new players. Yeah. It's a lot of new, isn't it?
A lot of new, and we're working through it, and we just 15 minutes ago got done having a conversation with the defensive staff about, how can we get these things that we have abstract concepts of and get them to be second nature. Yeah. That's kind of the process that we're working on right now. I think everybody's to the point now where everybody a little bit knows what to expect, a little bit knows what to think, maybe a little bit knows how to react, players and coaches. But maybe we're not masters of it. Yeah. And that's the process that we're in right now, is just trying to achieve mastery.
Yeah. And that's the ultimate goal, isn't it? Not to have to think through everything, but just know it and react and be there in the bright spot.
If you think you're going to be too late.
Right.
And so it's got to be second nature to you. And, the first part of spring was, how can we see who we are? I didn't know. I didn't know what our personnel was, and I didn't know what we were good at, not good at. I have a little bit better understanding of what that is now, and so we're starting to shift our focus into doing those things more. Yeah. And ditching the other stuff. Yeah.
What's the first step when you come in and you got to learn everybody and get to know everybody? Is it a more of a one-on-one, meet with these guys, get to know them, know what they're about, and then just go from there?
I did that with everybody, yep. And then step one is just laying out clear expectations, and just so that everybody knows what's in front of them and what we're trying to achieve. And then just being really honest and pushing guys towards those objectives. And that's kind of what we're in the middle of that process. Yeah. And so for us, effort was a big thing, and just how hard we play and how the intensity that we approach things with. And we were not there, when we got here, and we're so much closer to that right now. If you watched us practice one versus watching us practice yesterday, I would hope that you would say that's night and day.
Wow.
And just maybe not in terms of all of it, but just in terms of how hard we play, the communication, that kind of stuff. I'm proud of that.
I don't mean this to compare Baylor to any other places, but talk about the culture that is here and the culture that Coach Aranda has with Baylor football.
It's really interesting because, as you mentioned, there were so many new guys. Coach Aranda in a team meeting the other day asked players, staff, everybody, if you're new here, raise your hand, and dang, the whole room.
I bet.
So it was being built. And I think Coach Aranda has done as good of a job as I've ever seen or heard of being very deliberate in building that. He's doing an incredible job. It's for our eyes only, right? So people don't kind of know what's going on in that building, but he is doing, in my eyes, as good of a job as can be done in that regard.
Yeah.
Of just the three things that he and we talk about is tough, smart, and dependable. You know, we're going to win games at Baylor because we're tougher mentally and physically. We're going to win games because we don't beat ourselves. We're smart, and we want to be dependable people on and off the field, and that's the core of what we're trying to do.
Love that. That's great. And he's done a good job also of handing things off to you, hadn't he? I mean, he's called plays the last 2 years defensively. He's got the defensive background, but part of this transition is him being able to release that to you.
Yeah. It's and he's been awesome that way. You know, he hasn't even really been around the defense as much as probably, which is probably good for him. He's spending some time on offense and maybe being around what they think and what they know a little bit more, which is probably helping him professionally to be a better head football coach.
Good.
But that being said, I mean, he's a super sharp football mind, and so my ability to go down the hall and ask him what he thinks, or ask him, hey, how have you done this, or is invaluable to me, and I like having that down the hall.
That's cool. From what you know right now about your personnel defensively, how do you feel about that overall, and what do you think are the strengths there?
Yeah, we're going to be really good up front. We're going to be really good on the D-line. Particularly inside, I think we've got, there's probably 8 or 9 guys that you could play a Big 12 football game with, which is kind of crazy. I mean, there's going to be a lot of depth there, a lot of competition there still. And our thing is, how can we get all those guys on the field at the same time?
Nice.
I don't know.
It's a nice problem to have.
Guys can play corner, but it's cool. And the defensive ends are that way too. I knew kind of what we were going to get in Ryan Davis. Kyler Jordan had played snaps here before, but we didn't know as much about Garrick Ponder. He's come in and been fantastic. Zay Hardy's come in and been fantastic. Damian Wimberly's come in and been, so there's been a lot of guys that have surprised us. So that's going to be where things emanate from. And then we've got a lot of competition in the corner room right now. That's another spot where we're really deep, and maybe looking at moving a few of those guys around to some other places because we feel good about that. I've got a lot of depth in the safety room too. Just trying to figure out where the best spots for those guys are to be. So there's still a lot of competition battles that won't get settled out until August, but there's a lot of guys that are going to play. It won't be outrageous to say we'll probably play 25, 26 guys in every game.
Nice. Hey, that sounds really good. I mean, that's encouraging to hear that. I've always heard coaches say, and maybe I've heard you say, that the toughest spots to fill, the toughest guys to find are quality defensive linemen.
That's right.
Have you seen that in recruiting? Yeah. But you're saying we got really good depth there in the line.
We did. We did a great job in the portal.
Yep.
And feel really good about every single guy that we brought in from the portal. And there were also some guys that were in the program here that have surprised us. And I shouldn't, maybe surprise is a bad word, but they've emerged.
Yeah.
A guy like Braylon Jackson, a guy like Jackson Blackwell, those guys those guys can play Big 12 football.
Wow.
And so we're pleased with where we're sitting there.
And I like when you say they can play Big 12 football, you know what you're talking about because you were at K-State for all those years. So you've coached in this league, and it's not like, you're new to Baylor, but you're not new to the Big 12.
That's right. Yeah, and I kind of know what the skill sets are that are going to thrive in this system. I kind of know what this league is about. Us forming a team at Baylor, I think, is a little bit different than us forming a team at Michigan State. Different leagues, different opponents, different structure of football. different weather that you're going to play in. I mean, all those things, right? And so I'm now with these leagues being so big, the Big 12 can look a lot of different ways.
Yeah,
and you can go and play the Iowa States, BYUs of the world and play mash it up football, and then you can turn around and go to Central Florida or whoever and play basketball on grass. So you kind of got to be ready to play every style, and I think we can do that.
That's wild. What? So we're 10 practices into spring. 10. You got 5 more to 30. Go.
10. Yeah.
Jake said pretty big scrimmage coming up this Saturday. What would you like to see? I mean, is that a good opportunity when you really get good on good in that scrimmage?
Yeah, it is. And DJ is a worthy adversary. He's
right.
Boris Spassky. But we installed heavy for the first 6 days or so, and scrimmages notwithstanding. So we were putting things in at a rate where we weren't maybe executing them crisply, and guys were kind of getting these loose concepts. That's slowed down now. And so we had a scrimmage last Saturday and went well, whatever. And then this week, we've really not been installing anything.
Okay.
And we're slowing down. So I guess what I'm hoping to see from the next scrimmage is our execution level go up. We're making a lot of errors, simple, errors that I'm hoping can become more second nature to guys so we can play a little bit faster.
Jake was giving us a rundown of DJ Lagway, a lot of eyes on him from the opposite side, trying to defend against him. What's that been like so far?
Cannon. I mean, he's got a cannon on him, and he makes some throws that I don't know if I've seen. And I've been around some really good quarterbacks. If in my, Carson Wentz and Trey Lance and Easton Stick and, Skyler, name it. I've been around a lot of NFL guys, and he makes some throws that I don't know if I've seen too many of those guys make. And he just sees things really well. I think he just sees pictures really well. And he and I kind of rib each other sometimes on, he'll catch me and say, "Hey, you had some good stuff in today," and I say, "Well, we're not stopping that side pocket throw at you." But he just does some things that on the field that are, I don't know, for lack of a better word, freakish, I guess. And I'm impressed with him, and I'm impressed with how hard he works and who he is as a leader and an individual as well.
How much does that help you guys as you get better and stronger defensively to go against a guy like that?
Yeah, you bet. I mean, that's the deal. Is you're going to get better by going against their best, and that's one thing that I'm appreciative of that we do a lot of good on good, quote unquote good on good stuff where it's our best on their best, and iron sharpens iron. So that's our deal.
Well, really appreciate your time. I know you're busy, but thanks for coming over here, and good to get an update, and good luck wrapping up spring.
Yeah, time flies, man. We're having fun. But I appreciate you having me.
You bet. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Joe Klanderman's Baylor's defensive coordinator. Great to have him here with us live from the Brazos Landing. We'll let him go back to work. You're probably going right back into the film room right now. So we'll let Coach Klanderman go. Another guest is Nick Florence, who'll join us after a break. So we'll look forward to that as we continue live from the Brazos Landing. Appreciate the hospitality here, and we'll continue John Morris Show right after this.
Bumblebee Blinds of Waco and Temple is your one-stop shop for custom window treatment, transforming your vision into reality. Choose from a selection of shades, blinds, shutters, and curtains. Bumblebee Blinds stands behind our service and products, ensuring peace of mind with our trusted warranty. Call Bumblebee Blinds today to schedule your design consultation. Bumblebee Blinds, simplifying window treatments one covering at a time. BumblebeeBlinds.com.
The Pete Souza Show, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. You want to talk NFL draft? I don't know. How about we get you Todd McShay? You want to talk Big 12? We can get you the commissioner. Somebody about the Cowboys? How about we have on the owner, Stephen Jones? Pop culture? Michelle Beadle. I mean, we will bring on the people that you want to hear from. And these people don't join us because of me. They join us because of you. You got to watch this show, okay? It's got everything you need. Sports, hijinks, laughs. Did I mention hijinks? We'll see you on the Pete Souza Show. Now, we are under the 365 Sports umbrella. Check it out. I'm wearing a Tulane shirt. No idea why.
It's the Pete Souza Show. Sports,
Lake Waco Golf Club is a semi-private facility nestled along the north point of Lake Waco, one of the few facilities in Texas to have a full 18-hole regulation golf course as well as an executive 18-hole par 3 golf course. Plus, check out their bar and grill, which is open to the public. And if you're not a golfer, then enjoy time by the pool or even enjoy fishing around Lake Waco. Become a member today and call to book your tee time. Lake Waco Golf Club, where family and friends fun begins. Check them out at lakewacogc.com for more information.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
We're celebrating the Declaration of Deals at Allen Samuels in Waco. Right now, get $11,000 off a new Ram 1500 Lone Star, plus 2.9% for 72 months. Cash in on $11,000 off a new Ram 2500 Lone Star Crew Cab, or choose 0% for 36 months, plus no payments for 90 days. Feel secure with America's best full-size truck powertrain 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty at Allen Samuels.
Come by, let's be friends.
This year, I made a New Year's resolution. I want every business to own a new copier from CTWP. Call me, Leroy the Copier Dog. Let's get you a copier delivered today. CTWP, your local copier company.
Looking for football talk without the fluff? It's Down and Dirty with Scott Mitchell, a former NFL quarterback breaking down the game from the inside, plus real conversations about sports, leadership, life, and everything in between. No hot takes for clicks, just honest analysis, strong opinions, and stories you won't hear anywhere else. Football talk and more, the way it's supposed to be. Subscribe now to Down and Dirty with Scott Mitchell on YouTube.
Alliance Bank Central Texas understands that banking is about people. From first accounts to business growth, they actively partner with Central Texas businesses and families to help meet their financial goals. A variety of online products and services make banking easy without compromising the personalized banking experiences they are known for. Customer-focused banking isn't just what they do, it's who they are. Alliance Bank Central Texas, serving Central Texas across 7 convenient locations and at alliancebanktexas.com. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. And welcome back. We continue live from the Brazos Landing. Thanks to those of you that are here. Thanks to those of you that are tuned in. And, man, what a lineup today that continues with Nick Florence, former Baylor quarterback, who is with us. Appreciate you coming in to the Brazos Landing. You've been here a few times. You know your way to the Brazos Landing.
I know my way around, and I office right across the Brazos, literally. So
yeah, well, get a boat and do just the boat.
That's right.
Across.
Or if you're intent, swim, but that's not me, so... I like land.
I don't recommend that.
I like land.
Very good. Well, thanks for being here. Appreciate it. We had a great year this year with you on the radio network with us, and really appreciate you doing that and your insight in a tough situation following JJ, who passed away. But I say this to everybody I get a chance to, and I hope I've said it to you, how much we appreciated you stepping in and doing that this past year.
I mean, it was a blast, and yeah, I mean, you never want to step in those circumstances, and you feel for JJ and his family, and man, what an honor it was to have them up in the booth, and to remember his legacy that continues to live on. And so sad circumstances, but definitely an honor to step into those shoes, and hopefully I did them well.
You did.
So,
you absolutely did, and you enjoyed it too, didn't you?
It was a blast.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a lot of fun. You know, I told a lot of people, after that first game, I was like, I got to brush up on my football lingo. I'm like, it's been over a decade since.
That's funny.
What's that coverage called again? Like I used to know it right off the top of my head. But yeah, it was a lot of fun just to talk sports and watch every play, which I don't get to do very often.
Yeah. Well, it was great to have you. You fit in seamlessly. You added a lot to our broadcast. And now to the next step is you won't be with us moving forward. You have other responsibilities on game days, and not to mention the fact you got 2 kids at home that you're missing some things with them on Saturdays.
Yeah, I mean, it was one, you've been really gracious and kind of allowing me to process this and figure out what's best for me and my family. And as fun as being on the radio and doing it with you and the road games and the memories and, Mexican food in Arizona after that loss, all these great things and fond memories to look back on. And, my kids are 10 and 6 and just fall's busy. And, I get to coach my kids' teams, and Turner, your grandson's on Judah's coach pitch team. And so I get to coach him right now. And I think those are the times, and you look back and I don't want to miss these years. They're fleeting. And so I think for me and my family, that's the best move. And so it was a blast. It was a hard decision. I'm glad it was a hard decision. That means I had fun, and that means we did some good things, hopefully. But for me, this next year is about family, and then focusing on my day job as well.
And I told you I completely understand that. I'm not going to fight you. I'm not going to push you because I completely understand that. Never a wrong move to put family first.
No. Again, you've been gracious, and had you not pushed, probably would have been like, well, maybe I didn't do that good of a job. So I appreciate that you tried to sway me, because that makes me feel like
I pushed subtly is what I did.
You did it appropriately well. And again, you're a pro, and you made it so easy. And I think I was telling you, man, there were some times after some plays I didn't have anything good to say, so I just didn't say anything.
Right.
And there was some silence, and then I'm not going to say anything. John's just going to have to jump back in, and eventually you jump back in and let it be your show.
Yeah, well, it makes you appreciate the good times and the good games and the wins, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah, which is always better for broadcast and for everybody else. People say, man, y'all sound better when Baylor wins. And I said, yes, there's truth to that.
Oh, it's so much. Everything is better when you win, right?
Right.
The food tastes better. The radio sounds better. The atmosphere is better. It could be raining or sunshine. And incredible game when you win.
That's right.
So,
that's like baseball from last night. I'm not tired at all after that game because we won the game in 12 innings. So I want to say publicly how much we appreciate you and what a great job you did. So you're always welcome in our booth. I know
Thank you.
Rachel and Judah and EK enjoyed coming in that booth, and you're always welcome in there.
So fun. No, I appreciate
you come back and visit with us at least.
Absolutely.
All right, next topic is you've got a little trip coming up, and how did I find out about this? Who told me? Did you, or
I may have?
Who said something about it? You can't. Maybe you just mentioned it in passing, but yeah, we're going to climb Mount Everest to base
camp.
Base
Yeah.
You make sure to make that point. But still, it's Mount Everest.
It is. Yeah. I mean, there's kind of a once in a lifetime opportunity.
Wow.
And Jeremy Fudge, and then a pastor named Eric Wakeling out in California that we got to do a fundraiser for Greater Era Mission 2 summers ago, riding from London to Paris. And Jeremy's always full of adventures and was trying to find some guys to do something crazy with them. And this is just the right amount of crazy without the risk involved. So I don't know that I would have ever said yes to summiting the top of Everest, but to do an 8-day trek to the base camp, which is at like 17,500 feet. And I love the mountains are my heaven on earth. We go most summers to Colorado, and just an amazing opportunity. And luckily I've got an amazing wife at home that was like, you got to do this. And I'm going to leave for 2 weeks. And so she's carrying the weight at the Florence household.
How about that?
Yeah.
So 8-day trip and to the base camp.
Yeah, so I mean, we had to reroute a little bit because of Iran. So typically you fly east through Qatar.
Okay.
Flying through Hong Kong to Kathmandu.
Safe. Everything's safe.
Safe travel. Yeah, that's fine. We land late in Kathmandu, stay another night in Kathmandu, and then the foothills of the Himalayas, and start the trek. 8-day trek. I think it's like 40-something miles, maybe.
Good grief! And it's you three, but you have some other
guys. And then there's some porters that carry our luggage. So we'll carry day packs.
Okay.
With just like essentials and wand layers and camera, whatever food packs. I'll stop. And to summit Everest, like you spend, I mean, it's like a 6-week adventure.
Is that right?
Because you got to acclimatize, and then you spend a week at base camp, and then you kind of go up and back, and then there's 4 camps along the way to summit and all those things.
Wow.
So we're just getting to the tent city of base camp.
Well, that's a great accomplishment to get that far.
It'll be fun.
That's fun. What's the weather like there now?
Yeah, it's a great question. Lows will be probably in the teens and maybe single digits as you get higher up in altitude.
Yeah.
Those first few days at 9,000 feet will be like a summer Colorado day, maybe a little cooler, highs in the 60s.
Yeah.
50s, lows in the 30s. But as you get higher, there may be some days where it's snowing and not get out of above freezing.
Golly.
So, I don't know.
And what physically have you done to prepare for
probably not enough.
I know that's not right.
You know, cycle some, you know, CrossFit stuff. You know, I jumped back into the gym because I needed some accountability. And I just needed to go to a dark place again in some of these workouts. Like, I got to build that mental fortitude again.
Yeah.
When you're in your own garage, that's enough. I'm going to move on.
Yeah.
So just really just trying to stay in shape in that way.
You. You do great at that.
Hopefully, I'll slow the pace down for all of us to make
I don't
sure
believe
we're good.
that. I think you'll fit right in with those guys. So safe travel, safe trip, and what a great adventure. I want to see some pictures
it'll be a
and hear about it
blast.
when you get back.
Absolutely.
Yeah, very cool. Have a great trip. Thanks for being with us today.
Absolutely. Thank you, John.
All right. And thanks for your work on our radio broadcast last year.
It was an honor.
You were a great addition to our team.
I appreciate it.
Nick Florence headed to the base camp at Mount Everest. How about that? Leaving on Saturday. So thanks for being with us. That's going to wrap things up for us. Matt Mosley is in the bullpen warming up. He is coming in next. Matt Mosley from 1 to 3 as we continue live from the Brazos Landing. Thanks to Claude and Becky Lindsay. Thanks to Jake Spavital and Joe Klanderman and Nick, who were with us in the hour. So we appreciate you very much for tuning in, and stay tuned. Matt Mosley is coming up next, live from the Brazos Landing. Alliance Bank Central Texas understands that banking is about people. From first accounts to business growth, they actively partner with Central Texas businesses and families to help meet their financial goals. A variety of online products and services make banking easy without compromising the personalized banking experiences they are known for. Customer-focused banking isn't just what they do, it's who they are. Alliance Bank Central Texas, serving Central Texas across 7 convenient locations and at alliancebanktexas.com. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
At DeCampley's Italian Ristorante, we are committed to providing an authentic Italian experience. Through exceptional service, delicious food, and a family environment, we want our guests to create memories that they will want to share with their family and friends. Open for lunch and dinner Monday through Saturday, closed on Sundays. Make your reservation today. Check us out on Facebook and at DeCampley's.com.
My name is David Maddox, owner of Waco Foundation Repair. I've been in business right at 20 years, incorporated since 2003, and nonstop, very busy business to be in. We stay plenty busy with this good old Central Texas ground that constantly moves and does its thing. If you think you have foundation repair issues, call Waco Foundation Repair today.
The Riesel Fair is back and bigger than ever. Bring the whole family for a day packed with fun, from thrilling rides, delicious food, local vendors, and live music Friday night. Saturday music begins at 2 p.m. Admission is $5 for adults, 2 to 12 years, $3. 2 and under are free. Mark your calendar and join us for the Riesel Fair, May 7th through 9th. The Riesel Fair, where memories are waiting just for you.
Spring has sprung, and now's a great time to schedule a checkup for your vehicle. As Texas weather changes, it's important to make sure you and your loved ones are safe on the road. Request an appointment online at CompleteCarCareCenter.com today. We're equipped to handle all major and minor repairs on your vehicle. Our experienced technicians can check the health of your tires and inspect your vehicle for any unseen issues. Kish Complete Car Care Center at 5300 Franklin, where we take pride in keeping individuals safe honestly.